नमस्सर्वेभ्यः कक्ष्यायां स्वागतम्। प्रार्थनया प्रारम्भं कुर्मः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। हरिः ओं तत्सत्। प्रहेलिका इति उपभागे स्मः षष्ठपाठे। प्रहेलिका एवमस्ति। पूजायां किं पदं प्रोक्तम् किं वा पुरुषवाचकं क आयुधतया ख्यातः प्रलम्बासुरविद्विषः। पूजायां किं पदं प्रोक्तम, which is the word used in the sense of good. Okay, we may interpret pujayam as in performing the puja paripata of Paramatma, something like that. No, puja Pujyam means that which is auspicious and good. That's all. So, in that simple sense, what is the word used in the sense of good? Okay. So, that is the Durguna opposite is something, that kind of thing. Okay. And then Kimva Purusha Vachakam. What is the word which means, which indicates a masculine or masculine gender? So, Kim va Purushavachakam as padam asti, which is the word which means a man in a more direct sense. Okay. So, Purushaha, of course, is one, Naraha. Okay. There are a few more. If you remember, there is also a strange version of the Purusha in the Ekona Stri. Ekona Vimshati Stri, something like that puzzle was there earlier also for us. Okay, it's from that. Okay. Ka ayudhataya khyatah pralambasura vidvishaha. This is not so easy one to decode, right? Ayudhataya. Okay. Khyatah. Who was known through his instrument of war, Ayudhataya Khyataha, who was famous through this through his instrument of war, who was also Pralambasura Vidvishaha. Okay, Vidvisha means Arihi or Shatru. So, who was Pralambasura's Shatru, who was famous through his Ayudha. Okay, so basically, which was the weapon of Balarama, the enemy of Pralambasura. So, Balarama is implicit from Pralambasura Vidvishaha. So, which was his weapon? That is the question actually. So, we know it to be the plow. Balarama and plow we know. But we need to dig the words for plow in Sanskritam and work this one. So, the first one is a word related to goodness. The second word is a word related to a man or explaining or alias for a man. And the third one is the instrument of war or the plow carried by Balarama. Okay. So, this is the question. Answer all three in a single word. So, we have to take the three independent pieces and make it into one word to come with the answer. Is a question. Okay. Now, this one is a little tough for us. So, Durguna, Suguna, first one is easy. Something like that could be the first part. And Purushavachaka, Nara, there is one more Pratipadi called Nrikaranta Nr Shabda. That is also Purushavachaka, Nr Shabda. And the Pratama Ekavachana of that is just like Pitru goes Pita. Same way Nr goes Na, like that. Okay. So the second part is Na. So Suna. And then this one is a little more difficult. Okay. So let us unveil and understand. Okay, so the answer is actually Su for good, Okay, Na for man and Siraha for plow and Indra. Okay, so Sunasiraha actually means Indra. Actually, here Pralambasura Vidvisha himself is actually the overall answer, which is Indra. Indra is the enemy of Pralambasura. Asura Sura wars, you know that. Okay. So the Siraha, okay, comes from the Ayudha of Balarama. Now, little bit during translation, they have kind of given away a little bit hint additionally beyond what Samskritam gave. Kaha Ayudhataya Khyataha, and they interpreted it as Balarama himself, which was the weapon of Balarama. So they have taken a little further afield then to help us. But so now we have to know. So the first one is Su, second one is Na, Pratama Ekavachananta Na, okay, and then Ayudhataya Khyataha Balaramasya Ayudaha Tadasti Siraha. So then Pralambasura Vidvishaha Sunasiraha. Okay. So it's one of the aliases for Indra. So let us see how the construction of Sunasiraha is. So Sushtu Nasiram Agragami Sainyam Yasya. So Nasiraha is Sainyam. Nasiram atva Nasiraha. I don't know the linga of that. So Nasiraha or Nasiram is the Sainya, the warrior group which is moving ahead. Basically, the one which is at the tip of the army, the leading force. And a very good such a fighting force of whom is Sunasiraha. So Indra is known by his very superior fighting force that is there to move ahead in at the head of the entire army. So that kind of title exists for him. One with such a battle hardened leading force, Sunasiraha, Indraha इति अमरकोशस्य वर्णनं तत्र अत्र इतोपि किमपि अस्ति तद् त्यजामः. So if you remember Sira, there was actually Langhala. Langhala is another word that we know, but Langhala is not fitting this particular requirement. So we had seen this one. Ramadhyachaya medinim dhanapater bijam balalanghalam. See, balalanghalam. So the langhalam Siraha. प्रेतेशान् महिषं तवास्ति वृषभः फालं त्रिशूलं तव शक्ताहं तव चान्नदानकरणे स्कन्दोऽस्ति गोरक्षणे खिन्नाहं हर भिक्षया कुरु कृषिं गौरीवचः पातु वः. May the Gauri protect us, whose words are such, telling Shiva, be engaged in some food growing activity like that, with using instruments from various people. Interesting. Okay, somebody whose name is iPhone 14 has the hand up.
I'm Shailaja, and I will send you this thing. I have a doubt that in this Prahelika, there is no word indicating Balarama, no?
No, that's what the English translation has. English translation has helped us a little bit. So Balarama was known by his Ayudha. That's why Ayudha Thaya Khyataha Kaha. I mean,
because unless we know the answer, we cannot interpret that Balarama.
I mean, who was known by his Ayudha? We kind of know. He was known for his plow. Like
many gods are known by their Ayudas.
No, plow is very specific to him. But yeah, I agree. It's a little bit tough. Yes. That's why they have given the English translation with the help of Balarama. There is no Balarama. Yeah.
Dhanyavada.
Halayudaha. In fact, his name was Halayudaha is one of his Bahuvrihi description. One with Halayuda. Astu. Subhashitam. Kadartitasyapi hi dhairyavrittehe न शक्यते धैर्यगुणः प्रमार्ष्टुम क्षम्यतां प्रमार्ष्टुम रेफ लीडिंग प्रमार्ष्टुम अधोमुखस्यापि कृतस्य वह्नेः नादः शिखायान्ति कदाचिदेव कदर्तितस्यापि हि धैर्यवृत्तेः न शक्यते धैर्यगुणः प्रमार्ष्टुम् अधोमुखस्यापि कृतस्य वह्नेः नादः शिखायान्ति कदाचिदेव. So here it's like a kind of drishtanta upama, not direct yatha tatha eva, something is not there. So this is like, one is describing a worldly good thing, and the other one is describing a natural phenomenon that mimics that, which says, which gives some kind of a nice alankara support for what is described in the first part. So let us break it down and slowly see this. Kadartitasya api. Kadartitasya is shashti of kadartitaha. Okay, akaranta kadartita shabda. Kadartitasya, of the one who is kadartita. So that means kadarthanam, we have to see the meaning. Kadarthanam, the yudanta of that thing, is dushanam. So dushitasyapi is the meaning of kadartitasyapi. Okay, one who has been abused, in the sense one who is being not praised also, you can take in that sense. He dhairya vrittehe. So the one with dhairya vritti, this is easy enough to understand. Dhairya vritti and dhairya vrittehe, of the one with dhairya vritti. What is dhairya vritti? One with a very bold mannerism or nature of activity. One who is very bold, of the person who is very bold, despite such a person being abused or scolded or not being ridiculed. Ridiculed is a better word, I think, in the context. Being ridiculed. Na shakyate dhairya gunah pramarshtum. It is not possible to erase, to negate, okay, his nature of valor and boldness, dhairya guna. Okay, so so one who is truly placed in his dhairya, sthairya, etc., despite adversities or difficulties or abuses, any other things you can take there, it won't be very easy to suppress his native dhairya. Okay, so how is that? That is the second part. Adhomukasya api kritasya vanhehe. Adhomukaha, that which it's with its head down. Adhomukaha, one with its head down. Adhomukasya api, of the one with its head down also. Kritasya, made so. Vanhehe, of the fire. So a, a fire which is also which has been made to take its head down also, appease in the sense of also, na adaha shikayanti kadachi deva, its flame will not take the downward path, it will still rise up. Okay, na adah shikayanti kadachi deva. So here the flame or the shikha is being, shikar, the head of the flame, is being taken for the dhairya vritti person, the person who is having dhairya vritti, or dhairya guna also, you can take it in that sense. So despite the fire, if you take the fire with the person equivalent, despite the fire being made to look down, the flame or the head of the flame never takes the downward path, it will raise its head. So that's how dhairya guna also will raise its heads in a dhairya vritti person. So what are the padavibhaga? Kadartitasya api hi dhairya vrittehe. So shashti, avyaya, shashti again. Na shakyate. Shakyate is a tiganta there. Dhairya gunaha is the dhairya gunaha pramarshtum na shakyate. Okay, so you can take it in a karmani sense, then that the gairya guna cannot be erased in such a person by somebody else. So the by somebody else is the tritiya karta, vairina, something like that. Vairina, something like that you can take. Okay, adhomukasya api kritasya vanhehe. So that's also similar construct. Shashti kritasya is additionally going as a adhomukasya kritasya vanhehe is a visheshana stack of vanhehe. Okay, shishti shashti shashti. So here also kadartitasya dhairyavrittehe shashti visheshana to another shashti. So there's dhairyavrittehe dhairya gunaha pramashtum na shakyate. The dhairya guna of the dhairya vritti, person with the dhairya vritti, is not possible to be erased. That sense. Okay. So shikaha yanti kadachideva. Na adaha shikaha yanti. So shikaha is a visarga lopa. So this is This is very interesting. See here. Normally we think of shikha as a strilinga pada, right? But then yanti is there. Yati yanti. Okay, so it's a bahuvachana. So this is shikaha in bahuvachana. I think it will be interesting to see what kind of anta shikas shabda va kim iti drashtavyam asmavihi. There is a little bit analysis required, but clearly it's a bahuvachana shabda. Okay, kadachit. So there is a visarga lopa which is not so obvious, but we are learning by, hopefully we remember the rules later to know it. So probably it's shikha, shikhe, shikhaha, something like that. Okay. If it was ekavachana, it would have been yati, but then there would have been a vritti banga maybe. So shikhaha yanti. Interesting. So we saw on Savarna Dirgha. Oh, this time they have named the sandhis. Thank you. Kadartitasyapi Savarna Dirgha, Adomukasyapi, again Savarna Dirgha, na adaha, na adah. Nadah, na adaha. So another Savarna Dirgha, and then shikaha visarga lopa. Kadachideva. Okay, this one is they say jastva for showing the dakara change from takara, and then after that it is a samyukta akshara. So there is a jastva sandhi. Correct. Interesting. They have named it. Actually, this is the correct way in which we have to do things. So Tatparya is very clear now. Anyway, we'll read what they have written in English. The courage of a brave man cannot be undone, however much he is slighted. Slighted. I mean, he is kind of poof, 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 poofed at, some phrases like that are there, no? Like that. Though pointing downwards, a flame of fire does not ever point to the ground. Though made to point downwards, the flame of the fire does not heed that and continues to rise. That is the kind of more proper description of that. So again, there is an English order, but we got it. So basically, it's very straightforward. Anvaya kadartitasya api dhairyavrittehe dhairyagunaha pramarshtum na shakyate hi. He you can put in the end for accent. Okay. Katham iva, in bracket you can put katham iva to give the alankara. Adhomukasya api kritasya vanhehe shikha kadachid eva adaha na yanti. Doesn't take the downward path. Like that. Okay, let's see the Anvaya if it works out straight. Kadartitasyapi dhairyavrittehe dhairyagunah pramashtum na shakyate. Yatha adhomukasya kritasyapi vanhehe shikaha na kadachideva adha yanti. This is kind of meeting the Sanskrit requirement also. There is no question. Actually, if you see, the English is in Butler order to help the Sanskrit order. Though it kind of with kamas works out. Okay. Kadartitasyapi hi dhairyavrittehe न शक्यते धैर्यगुणः प्रमार्ष्टुम् अधोमुखस्यापि कृतस्य वह्नेः नादः शिखायान्ति कदाचिदेव. The trick here is to remember shikaha. Rest is very straightforward. And also the meaning for kadartanam and pramarjana, pramarshtum. So marj, I think marjayati from that maybe, I think. I need to check that, but it is to erase, to think in that sense.
Sir, that is, I think, mruju dhatu.
So pramarshtum.
This dhatu is given in the last 10th chapter.
This pra is upasarga. Mrush, some such dhatu, because r has gone into the repa there.
So 8th or 9th chapter.
Mrushati or something like that maybe. What was the latlakara of the dhatu your and dhatu rupa?
Marshti.
Marshti, va?
Yeah.
And the dhatu is?
Mruju.
Mruju, va? Jakara.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Mruju, marshti. Okay, complex dhatu. Jaya going to shakara and all that. Okay.
Mahodaya.
Huh.
Mahodaya, I have a question. Here they have given Kadartasyapi is though slighted. Can I
correct.
say elated instead of slighted? Elated or uplifted?
No, elated is not any correct English word for matching these scenes. Elated in the sense of what? I mean, I'm not able to. Elated, I know. I don't know about elated.
Elated or uplifted.
No. That is not uplifted. No. Kadarti tasya here means actually someone who was being downtrodden, being blamed, being put down, that sense. Not elated for sure.
Dhanyawada.
Dushanam. See, kadarthanam is dushanam almost.
So can we use the word undermined?
You could use. Being abused, undermined.
Insulted.
Yeah, insulted. Yeah, insulted is slightly better than abused. Abused has a lot of complex meanings. So, yeah.
Yes.
Mahodaya, for telling we say kadayati. How do we say for this, Mahodaya? Kadartiyati, is it? Kadarti. What is the
Kadarthanam is the this thing. Kadartayati must be yakara, must be there in the gana. Kadartayati must be the lat.
Like kadayati, this is kadartayati.
I think, yeah. Kathayati, kadarthayati. One Bhagini helped me with identifying the dhatu. Shweta Varyeva.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Shweta Varye, what was the meaning of the dhatu? Mruj?
Sir, to cleanse, to wipe off, and to sweep.
I think we have to take the wipe off sense here. Sweep or wipe off sense is okay. Very good. Sweep or wipe off sense. To please, no. Here it is not please for sure. That meaning. Okay. Thanks for the dhatu analysis, Bhagini. So let us take the next one.
It's Marj dhatu, Mahodaya. Marj dhatu, marjayati.
I think the dhatu rupa is mruj. She checked it in the dhatu.
In our own book it is there. In our own book it is there. See page number 161, please. Pada Sangrahya, they have given us mruj, to cleanse, to wipe off, to sweep. In that it comes. Marshtum. Same Shiksha book.
That's what Bhagini tried to help us with mruj dhatu only. Why we are putting her down? Okay. I think we are speaking of the same thing, thinking we are speaking differently. No problem. Naguni guninam veti guni gunishu matsari guni cha gunaragi cha viralaha saralo janaha. Nice padalankara here. Virala, sarala, guni, like that. Okay. Naguni guninam veti guni gunishu matsari guni cha gunaragi cha viralaha saralo janaha. Actually, very gahana. This meaning of this is very, if we inquire in our own individual mind as to how we have behaved in our lives, especially when we were younger. Okay, I'll speak for myself, especially when I was younger, I was very much given to these faults. Okay, so this wisdom is brilliant actually. See, na aguni guninam veti. One who is bereft of quality, I mean, one who is not qualified. Don't need to put down any. One who is not qualified, he does not understand a qualified person. Okay, so like we generally, कुछ भी बोल रहा है यार, छोड़ के जाओ, कुछ भी मतलब नहीं आ रहा है. So if somebody is telling something significant, scientific or something tough, we think he is just yapping because we cannot understand. So we are a aguni in that context, and we don't know to identify a guni person because we are just not capable of reaching his level and understanding the depth of what he's saying. So na aguni guninam veti. So this is loka samanya. One who is not knowledgeable, he is unable to identify the person with knowledge because he has no assessment capability. Okay.
So this is
That's-
a very proper case with parents and kids. Parents being telling something and kids don't understand.
No. There it is a gap of communication. Let us no kids. We should not categorize people below adult age into any category yet. We should give them all poshana so that they become gunis and hope for the best. But this is generally true after the adult age. This kind of things have to be interpreted. Okay. Yeah. So kids, okay. I mean, they are in their own world and yeah, they don't want to listen to words of discipline and all that. It's a different thing. Okay. Gunishu matsari. The one who is knowledgeable, guni. One who is guni, one who is knowledgeable, he is found to be envious of other knowledgeable persons. So true in our lives, right? I thought I only know this person knows. Oh, no, I am not going to cooperate with this person. So, Gunishu Matsari. So, he is having Matsarya towards other qualified people. I mean, especially competitive nature comes up very easy, very blaze, very what you call crude fundamental feelings starts rising up. Okay, on occasion. So, yeah. Because it may be that, I mean, I don't want to blame this guni. That guni also may be there to blame for that. So, see, gunishu. So, guni cha gunaragi cha. One who is qualified and one who likes quality. Viralaha saralaha janaha. Such a Sarala Jana, one who is uncomplicated. We should take Saralaha Jana as one who is so thoughtfully uncomplicated person is very rare. Okay. This is so true. Okay. So only when you can have people with the last quality, you can have a successful team work. Naguni guninam veti guni gunishu matsari guni cha gunaragi cha viralaha saralo janaha. So there is only one anuswara sandhi here and there is one visargasya utva saralaha janaha. So otherwise everything is straightforward.
What is Veti, Mahodaya?
Veti means vidu jnane is the dhatu. Here, okay, looks like I have help here for us. Veti vidu jnane. Lati, Veda, Veti. Two forms are there. Okay. Vidatuhu, Vittaha, Vidanti, Viduhu. So this has a dual run. It's very interesting. It has Veda, Vidatuhu, Vidanti is one set of declension. Another alternative, I don't know whether this is a Gana variation. It may appear in sometimes two Ganas to have two forms. Veti, Vittaha, Viduhu is the let rupa for this. Veti comes from this form. So Ramaha Lakshmanam Veti. Rama knows Lakshmana. Like that. Okay. Janati. The more fundamental one we know is Janati. Veti is the other Vidujnane. Vidya, all those things comes from this dhatu. Okay. So, okay, Naguni had a Savarna Dirgha, correct. Na Aguni, Saralaha Janaha, Visargasya Utva. Actually, they call it Visarga Sandhi Guna. The Guna part, how they have highlighted here is Visargasya Ukaraha Bhavati, Ukarasya Okaraha Guna Antarika Guna Sandhina Bhavati. Tatkaranat Visarga Sandhi Guna iti likitamasti atra. Atra Utvam iti api suchyate bahutra. Utvam tadanantaram guna. Tatparyam. One who is not virtuous. Okay. Nice use of the word for guni, virtuous. One who is not virtuous fails to appreciate the virtuous. Fine. But it's when you use terms like virtuous, etc., most of us lose it, na? I mean, it's easier to use simpler English, I guess. A virtuous man is envious of the virtuous. A simple man who is both virtuous and fond of virtues is rarely found. Using the word virtue has made it difficult, the Tatparya. One who is not qualified fails to appreciate the qualified, fails to appreciate the expert. A qualified man is envious of other qualified people many a times. But a simple man, I mean, actually simple is not a good translation. An uncomplicated person is a better translation in Tatparya. An uncomplicated person who is both qualified and fond of other qualified people is rarely found. It's slightly easier to understand if you put it down like that. Okay. Anvayartha. Aguni guninam naveti guni gunishu matsari guni cha gunaragi cha saralaha janaha viralaha. Viralaha asti. Asti you can add in bhavati you can add if you want. So because veti is there to complete the first part. So guni gunishu matsari bhavati we have to take here. If you want to close that sentence with the thing anta. Guni gunishu matsari bhavati. Guni cha gunaragi cha viralaha saralaha janaha kila. You can close it out with a kila with a question. It's better than closing out with a bhavati or something like that. Or bhavati kila like that. Na guni guninam vetti guni gunishu matsari guni cha gunaragi cha viralah saralo janah. Kavya katha bhavadbyah pataniyamasti. Kirartarjuniyam ityasya agrima bhagah. Oh, nūtanam क्षम्यताम्. एतावत्पर्यन्तम् अस्माभिः कृष्णेन एतस्य वधः पठितः. स्मृतमेव तस्य नाम. शिशुपालवधः. So शिशुपालवधस्य कथां पञ्चभागेषु पठितवन्तः. इदानीं द्वितीयार्धे षष्ठपाठात् आरभ्य नूतन किरातार्जुनीयम् इति अत्र किं लिखितमस्ति शिक्षापरीक्षायाः आदिमेषु पञ्चसु अत्र एव लिखितमस्ति आदिमेषु पञ्चसु पाठेषु शिशुपालवधकाव्यस्य कथां वयं ज्ञातवन्तः आम् इतः परं किरातार्जुनीयकाव्यस्य किरातार्जुनीयम् इति सम्पूर्णनाम तादृशकाव्यस्य कथां पश्यामः. Okay, so we are going to study about Kiratarjuniyam. So let me invite someone that have not called so far. Yogesh Shendrevarya. Today you are able to participate. Lead off with about 4 or 5 sentences. I will let you know when we can switch to another student.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kiratarjuniyam.
So here the Kiratarjuniyam means Kirata Arjuna, and that Iyam is a way of titling of that with that kind of title. So Kirata here is actually you will eventually learn, is a person in the garb of a forest hunter. And Arjuna is our Mahabharata Arjuna only. So it's the story of those two.
धर्मराजाय द्रौपद्याः उपदेशः.
So for the sake of Dharmaraja, that's why Chaturthi there. Dharmarajaya Draupadyaha, of Draupadi. So this is Shashti. Draupadi Shabdasya Draupadyaha iti Shashti. Upadeshaha. So the Upadesha of Draupadi for the sake of Dharmaraja. Interesting.
महाभारतस्य कथा प्रसिद्धा.
So almost we don't need translation for that. So the story of Mahabharata is famous.
कौरव पांडव पांडवयोर्द्यूतं समाप्तम्.
Kaurava Pandavayordyutam. I mean, Mahodaya read it correctly, but over time we have to develop the gap should not be there as much as possible. Even if you are slow, try to be continuous. That's it. So the war between Kauravas and Pandavas. So Kaurava Pandavayoho. See, it's a Shashti Dvivachana. Ramasya Ramayoho Ramanam. So same way Kaurava Pandavayoho. So Kaurava and Pandava has been truncated to two singular Pratipadikas, and between them Dyutam. Dyutam being the game of dice. Okay. Samaptam, completed. I think one they have given Kaurava Pandavayoho Dyutam Visarga Sandhi. Okay. Continue, sir.
कौरवा जयं प्राप्तवन्तः.
So here there is a lopa. Kauravaha. Kauravaha Jayam Praptavantaha. So here they have pluralized Kaurava. So the Kauravas obtained victory in the Dyuta Krida they obtained, not in the war.
पांडवाः पराजिताः.
Stating the obvious. So Pandavas were defeated.
नियमानुसारेण युधिष्ठिरो नुजैः सहारण्यं गतवान्.
Saharanyam. Usually, when you attach a avya like that, it becomes a little confusing, but Saha Aranya. So Niyamanusarena. Niyama means rule. Anusara means following. Anusarena means as per, in the sense in English. Okay. So it's Tritiya Karana, but it is in the sense of as per the rules. Okay. Yudhishthiraha Visargasya Utva there. Okay. Our Dharmaraja. Anujaihi. So this is Purva Rupa. Akara is elided. Okay. Anujaihi Saha. So this is Karana Karaka with Saha Upapada Karana Karaka. So Bahuvachana. Anujaihi with the brothers. Anujaihi Saha.
Tritiya Vibhakti, right?
Tritiya Vibhakti. Karana Karaka. Correct. So Aranyam Gatavan. He went to the forest. Continue, sir.
अरण्ये युधिष्ठिरः दुर्योधनस्य राज्यभारक्रमं ज्ञातुम् एकं किरातं हस्तिनापुरं प्रति प्रेषितवान्.
Okay, I don't know whether the Kirata Arjuniya Kirata comes from this Kirata. Okay, anyway, let's hold that thing. Okay, all right. So in the forest, Aranye, Adhikarana Saptami, in the forest, Aranye, Yudhishthiraha, Dharmarajaha, Duryodhana Akhya, Kauravasya, Artat, of Duryodhana, Rajya Bharakramam, the nature of taking care of the weight of the nation. That means how he is ruling. Rajya Bharakramam Jnatum, in order Tumunanta, in order to understand, in order to sense is there for Tumunanta, right? So in order to understand, Ekam Kiratam, one Kirata. So here A is given, see, hunter, accusative case Kiratam. Okay. So Kirataha Kiratam. Ekam Kiratam, one in the garb of a hunter. Hastinapuram prati preshitavan. Towards Hastinapura, he sent him, or he sent him off to Hastinapura. Continue, sir.
स किरातो ब्रह्मचारी वेशं धृत्वा गतवान्.
That Kirata went in the garb of a brahmachari, not like a Kirata. So he accordingly adjusted to the town Veshabhushana. So brahmachari vesham dhrutva. So having worn the clothes of a brahmachari, he went to the town. Gatavan. And this Kirata Arjuniyam, Kirata doesn't come from this character for sure. He's a very minor character in the beginning of the story, that's all. The Kirata comes from later on. You will see another character.
This Kirata is more of a spy.
Yeah, it can't be his name coming up alongside Arjuna. Continue, sir.
ततः स वनं प्रत्यागतवान्.
Tataha is usually means after that. So after finishing his inspection, whatever mission that he was sent for, he came back to the forest where Yudhishthira and his brothers were there. Okay. So thanks, Varya. Thanks for reading a few sentences for us. So let me call upon Ranjan Rao. Varya? Ranjan Rao.
Varya.
Welcome. So here you can start with this Yudhishtiram.
Yes, sir. Yudhishtiram niveditavan cha Duryodhano Rajya Sinhasane Stitah.
Just phrase, pause there. We will. So Yudhishtiram niveditavan cha. So with this cha, we are continuing the kartrutva of Kirataha. Okay. And he told the Yudhishthira. That's and gives the connectivity to Kirata, right? After coming back, he told Duryodhana. Nivedana means in a respectful manner to tell. That's all. Okay. Duryodhano Rajya Simhasane Stitaha. Duryodhanaha Visargasya Utva there. And Guna is another. So Duryodhanaha Rajya Simhasane Stitaha. He is the one who is situated. Here it does. We should not translate this as standing. Okay. Because Simhasana and standing is not a good combination in English. So situated is a better word, right? Situated in the throne of the nation. That means he is not handed it off to someone else and doing some antahpura karya. He is there, very much active. Yes, continues.
Tathapi bhavatam vishaye sa bhitaha.
Visargalopaha saha bhitaha. So tathapi, okay, even though he is well placed on the throne, that is the sense of tathapi here. Okay, that's sangati. We know every language we do that. Even then, when we read even then in English, even then what? Oh, even being situated stably on his throne is the complete interpretation of this tathapi. Same sense. Languages work similarly there. Tathapi bhavatham vishaye. Upon your, upon you, I mean, you were something is not there, upon you, though it is in that sense, but about you, that is bhavatam vishaye, about you. Saha bhitaha, he continues to be a fearful person. That means it's not out of, you are not out of his mind. Like that.
Sa niti purvakam rajasasanam karoti.
Rajya
Shasanam
karoti. So he indeed is doing the ruling of the nation according to the morals. Niti purvakam, according to the requisite morals and behaviors he is doing. There is no violation in the way in which he is taking care of the nation. So yeah, he's being very truthfully saying, look, I mean, he's ruling like a good king. Let's
Sevakan mitrani va pashyati.
Mitrani va. Okay.
Mitrani va pashyati.
Pashyati. So he is taking care. See, again, pashyati, we have to translate it in a gahana way in English. You can translate literally as he is looking at his workers like they are friends. That isn't it does convey, but it is not as powerful as saying he is taking care of his helpers as if they are his friends in a friendly manner. Thus, those kind of translations are better. Continue, sir.
Mitrani bandhuniva bandhunam bandhun swami bhavena cha pashyati.
Mitrani bandhuniva. And this mitrani is dvitiya bahuvachana here. See, sevakan mitrani iva. So here mitrani is pratama visheshana type to sevakan. Vidheka bhava you can say. But so as if they are friends, he is looking. That means he is taking care like that. So mitrani bandhuniva. Okay, he is taking care of friends. Saha pashyati. So saha is actually here also dvitiya. I am sorry. Saha pashyati everywhere. Saha is the karta. Duryodhanaha or Saha is the karta. So Saha because that's the karta of the previous vakya. So Saha Sevakan Mitrani Iva Pashyati. So Dvitiya Bahochana. Saha is the Pratama and Pashyati is the Kriya going with Saha. Same way here. Saha Mitrani Bandhun Iva Pashyati. Again we can take it from this Pashyati also. And then Saha Punaha Saha Bandhun Swami Bhavena Cha pashyati. So what I mean, he is taking care of his workers like friends, his friends like his close relatives, and his close relatives, he is respectfully looking at them for advice. Swami bhavena cha pashyati. He is taking their counsel and advice properly. So that means everyone he is treating well above their status also. Continues.
Samantaha sarve tasya adesham paripalayanti.
So who are Samantas? So because he is a Chakravarti, all the other nearby kingdoms which have acceded to the friendship of this larger king, they are Samanta Rajas. So those Samantas, those subordinate and kings of the neighborhood, they all of them, survey, tasya adesham, his directive, paripalayanti, they are following.
Rajye sarvatra Rajye sarvatra krushi ruta krustasita.
Tough. Slowly read again.
Krushi krustasita.
Okay, I will help you, no problem. Krishi Rutkrushtasti. Very straightforward. Asti here. See, Krishihi Repa. Krishihi has gone to Krishir. Repa. Visargasya Repa. Okay. Krishihi. Utkrishta. Very superior. Okay. So that Utkrishta. Once we break it, it is easier to read, but we have to learn to read them in the Sandhi form. So Krishir Utkrishta asti. Krishihi Utkrishta asti. So the in the kingdom, Rajye, in the kingdom, everywhere, Sarvatra, Krishihi. The Krishi here refers to, of course, the crops, but here it means the whole societal cycle of crops, trade, everything you can say. Okay, Krishi. Utkrishta asti. So the crop tending and trade, everything is superior. Continue, sir.
Guptachara vishwasyogyaha santi.
See, the Harasva Dirga, you have to pay more attention. Okay, Guptachara vishwasayogyaha santi. Well done. So Guptacharaha, Visargalopa again here. Guptacharaha, those who are in the trade of finding out what is happening in a secretive manner. Those are Guptacharas. I mean the spies. Vishwasa Yogyaha Santi. The spies of his court, they are reliable. They are worthy of trust. That is very important for the king, right? We have this constant problem. Our own citizens are behaving like avishwasa yogyaha. So that kind of thing is not there. Okay.
Te anya rajanam vruktantam tasmai nivedayanti.
This is not ka. If it is kakara, there will be a hook on the right of this ta. Okay, this is ta only, double ta. So vrittantam, not vriktantam. Vrittantam only. Okay, if there is a kakara, there will be a hook on the right. Okay, ta. Here, see this example. Noktam. See the takara and then the so this makes it a ka with ta. Ktam. Okay, here it is just ta with ta. Vrittantam. Where it was. Vrittantam. So, Anyarajanam Vrittantam, of the other kings' activity in a collective singular they have taken. Tasmai Nivedayanti. They are giving him the details. I mean, Tasmai means our Duryodhanaya. Duryodhanaya Nivedayanti.
Evam sa prabalo maharajo bhavishyati.
Maharajo bhavishyati. Okay.
Maharajo bhavishyati.
So in this manner, evam, in this manner, okay, saha Duryodhanaha prabalaha maharajaha, a strong big king, bhavishyati, he will become. That means he is doing that part correctly.
Atastam jetum bhavata upayah kartavyah iti.
Iti close for the whole quote. So ataha atas visargasya sakaraha tatra. Ataha tam jetum. So therefore, in order to win over him, to win him in is a literal translation. To win over him is the so-called Queen's English. So to win him over, or to defeat him in the sense. Bhavata, by you, upayaha kartavyaha. It's not like you walk in and get it, like Putin's army tried to do. So upayaha kartavyaha, you have to plan carefully. That's what he means. Okay, so this spy has done his job very properly. He said the truth as is. No sugar coating. Thanks, Varya. Well read.
Dhanyavad.
Shrushti?
Namaskar, Mahoday.
Namaste, Shrushti. Varya, your turn.
One second. Yudhishthirah Guptacharaya Paritoshitam Dattva Tam Preshitavan.
Samyak. So, Yudhishthiraha, our hero, Guptacharaya, for the Guptachara, for the spy, the Kirata, Paritoshakam Dattva, appropriate compensation. Paritoshakam. Dattva, having given, Tam Preshitavan, he sent him off. Okay, continue again.
Tataha Bhima Adinam Samukhe Kiratena Uktam Vishayam Draupadyai Kathitavan.
Samyak. Tataha, from, see, if Bhagini is doing Sandhi analysis on the fly and doing it, that's good. If you know you're able to do it accurately, that's quite fine. So, Tataha, after that, Bhima Adinam. Here she should not break. She should go because it's Samastapada. Bhima Adinam. Because Bhima is a Pratipadika. You cannot split it away when reading as a sentence. So, when analyzing, we split it. That's all. Bhima plus Adinam means Bhima and others of them. Ramasya Ramayoho Ramanam. So, Bhima Dhinam. So, Shashti Bahuvachana. Sammukhe, in their front. This is Saptami. Okay. That means in their presence. In the presence of Bhima and others. Means other brothers, I guess. Okay. Kiratena Uktam. By the Kirata, by this spy, Uktam told, Vishayam, the news, Draupadyai Katitavan. He conveyed the whole thing to Draupadi. Okay. Because this whole thing is about Draupadyaha Upadeshaha. So it's been flown in that sense. So here is the interesting pictorial of that. Huh? Though it shows this is Dyuta Krida scene actually, which happened before all this. So you can see Dhritarashtra here, forlorn, and all the brothers. Bhima struggling, Dushyasana bringing poor Draupadi, Ekavastradhara at that time to the court of all these blind Dhritarashtra and others. Okay. Continue, Bhagini.
युधिष्ठिरस्य वचनं श्रुत्वा
One
द्रौपदी
second.
उक्तवती
So,
हे
having heard the Yudhishthira's vachana, that means having heard what he said, Draupadi told. What she told comes ahead.
हे नाथ स्त्रीणाम् उपदेशवचनेषु पुरुषाः प्रायेणानन्तरम्
Actually, here you can break. Prayena anadaram.
अनादरं प्रकटयन्ति.
Prakatayanti. She is being very, very harsh here and truthful. You can say Draupadi. Look, you men, Purushaha. I mean, she doesn't say you men. She's generally saying men. Strinam upadesha vachaneshu. On the words of advice of the ladies, prayena, perhaps, anadaram, disrespect, prakatayanti. Or they don't desire to hear that sense, anadaram, prakatayanti. So they normally, you men folk, don't take our advice. That's what she's kind of directly telling. Continue, Bhagini.
तथापि मम हृदयव्यथा वक्तुं
Vyatha.
हृदयव्यथा वक्तुं मां प्रेरयति.
Preriyati. See, tathapi, even so, even knowing so that you may not take my advice, you may ignore it. Mama hridayavata, my sadness of heart as itself as a karta, mam vaktum prerayati, me vaktum prerayati. It encourages me to tell, okay, to talk.
त्वं पत्नी समां राज्यलक्ष्मीं परित्यक्तवान्.
You gave up the Rajya Lakshmi in that stupid dice game, which Rajya Lakshmi is like your wife, Patni Samam. Okay? So, yeah, very, very clear. Yeah, continue, Bhagini.
अतः अयं भीमः कथमस्ति पश्य.
Because of this act, this Bhima, this poor Bhima, how is he? Look.
पूर्वं स सुन्दरमञ्चे शयनं करोति स्म.
She is actually triggering off Bhima. Purvam, before he, Saha Bhimaha, Sundara Manche, upon a beautiful bedding, Shayanam Karoti Sma, he used to sleep.
इदानीं दिनो भूतले शयनं करोति. इदानीं दीनो भूतले शयनं करोति.
Now, this poor fella, Deenaha, this poor fella, that sense. Now, this poor fella, on the floor, he sleeps.
अयम् अर्जुनः पूर्वम् उत्तरदेशं जित्वा सुवर्णराशिमानीतवान्. सुवर्णराशिम् आनीतवान्.
Anitavan, correct. This is Samyukta Akshara. This is Ayam are a simple Samyoga, I should say. It's not Samyukta Akshara, it's a Gunita Akshara only. Ayam Arjuna, another Gunita Akshara. This Arjuna, okay, Purvam, before, Uttaradesham Jitva, having won over the northern regions, Suvarna Rashim Anitavan. He brought a huge heap of gold for your capital, like that. Okay. Thanks, Bhagini. Thanks for reading that part. Let me involve another person for the balance. Pratima Rao. Meetavarya Pratima Rao I have called in. Let's see if she wants to. Pratima Rao, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
इदानीं सः एव वल्कलं धरति.
Now, that very Arjuna one heaps of gold. He's wearing bark of a tree as his dress. Valkalam. Actually, Valkalam is not bark of a tree. They beat the bark of a specific tree to generate fiber, and from the fiber they weave cloth, which are actually pretty good cloth. Today, it's very difficult to get that cloth. It's expensive. Yeah. So he wears that.
Vanyajivanam karoti.
And he lives the life of a forest dweller. Vanya Jivana means life of a forest dweller. You know, hunting here, there, and getting some meat and trying to cook and eat it. Yeah.
Nakula Sahadevau, Sukumarau, Komaladehau.
So this Nakula and Sahadeva, always together she's referring to them. See, Nakula Sahadeva to Sukumarau Komaladeho. They are such delicate beings with very delicate bodies. As a wife, she's telling. Continue, Bhagini.
Tau Kathine Bhutale Shayanam Kurutaha.
They too, those two also. See, Tau Kurutaha, Dvivachana sentence. Tau Shayanam Kurutaha. Kutra Kathine Bhutale. On very harsh floor, they are sleeping.
Etesham Kashtam Drishtva Tava Dukham na Bhavati Kim.
Samyak. Of these people, the difficulty having seen. So, Butler, okay. Etesham Kashtam Drishtva. The difficulty of these people having seen that. Thava Dukkam, your unhappiness or sorrow, Nabhavati Kim, doesn't occur. What? Okay. So,
Aham Ativa Dukham Anubhavami.
I am experiencing enormous sorrow. I don't know about you. I am experiencing enormous sorrow.
Maharaja, Tvam Shantim Tyaja.
Hey, you great king, give up this act of peace. Act I am adding as a tatparya. This act of maintaining peace. Saying we are peaceful people like that.
Shatrunam Vinasham Kuru.
Destroy your enemies.
Shantir Muninam Swabhavaha.
So to be unnecessarily peaceful is the nature of Rishi Munis.
Saswabhavo Nripanam na.
Definitely not the nature of kings.
Samaya Niriksha Nochita.
Biding time, or wasting time is the translation is better. Wasting whiling away time looking for the right opportunity is not appropriate.
Yo Vijayamichhati Sa Samayanusarena Sandhim Tyajati.
One who desires victory according to the needs of time, he gives up on this acceptance of peace, sandhi. Okay, sandhim tyajati. He breaks the pact of peace. She's giving all the, what you call, Chanakya Niti. Of course, Chanakya probably wrote it later. But anyway, she's giving the Chanakya Niti to Yudhishthira.
Ato Yuddhaya Pravrittim Kuru iti.
Therefore, put your mind to fight, putting up a fight. Like that. Put your mind to pravrittim kuru. Put up your mind to mind and all the effort towards yuddha. Like that. Okay.
Eva muktva Draupadi tushneem abhavat.
Having told this much, Draupadi became quiet. So it will be very interesting. These sentences would roughly capture each sentence, maybe one shloka there. Okay. So these sentences will capture what Draupadi told, and it will be probably in 8 to 10 to 12 shlokas of the original Kirata Arjuniyam. So it will be interesting to read that actually. Kirata Arjuniyam, was it a Gadya Kavya, Padya Kavya? I have to check. Okay. Thanks, Bhagini. Well read. So now.
Dhanyavada.
So now let me invite Meeta Varya to answer some questions for us. Meeta Varya. Sorry, I couldn't involve you in reading. So then after that, Shailaja Varya. Stand by. Read the first question and try to answer, Bhagini.
Yudhishthirah kam kimartham Hastinapuram prati preshitavan. युधिष्ठिरः एकं किरातं दुर्योधनस्य राज्यभारक्रमं हस्तिनापुरं प्रति
राज्यभारक्रमं ज्ञातुं
ज्ञातुं हस्तिनापुरं प्रति प्रेषितवान्.
Preshitavan. Well done. See, you just if you had read the sentence you wrote, you would have known. No, I missed Jnatum as the purpose. But yeah, well done. I think impromptu like that to say it's good. Yudhishthirah ekam kiratam Duryodhanasya rajya bharakramam jnatum preshitavan. Shailaja Varye.
दुर्योधनः मित्राणि बन्धूंच कथं पश्यति? दुर्योधनः मित्राणि बन्धूनिव बन्धून् स्वामिभावेन इव पश्यति.
सम्यक्. So mitrani bandhuniva bandhun swami bhavena cha pashyati. Samyak. Okay, so just lower your hand so that it doesn't highlight. KBN is unmuted. Madhya, you have a question? KBN.
Varya, can I do it?
Yeah. Please take the number 3.
Okay. Purushaha prayena kutra anadaram prakatayanti.
You have to admit the truth. All the more than what what our Draupadi has said, you can admit, sir.
Purushaha strinam upadesha vachaneshu anadaram
prakatayanti. That is one definite truth. Purushaha prayena I have added. They have also added so that not every Purusha is included. Okay. Strinam upadesha vachaneshu anadaram prakatayanti. Samyak.
Shanti.
No. Finish. Another person. Anita Shankar. Anita Varya.
Yes, sir.
Please, you go.
Shantihi kesham svabhavah na.
See, you got double question. Good.
Shantir muninam svabhavah. Sa svabhavo nrupanam na.
Nrupanam na or nrupanam svabhavah na. Shantihi na. Samyak. Idanim Anuradha Varye. Panchama Prashnaha. Anuradha. Unmute kartum shakyate va Varye? Astu. Asha Gopal Varye.
Yes, sir. Kah sandhim tyajati. Yo vijayam ichchati. Sah samayanusareణ sandhim tyajati.
Yaha vijayam ichchati saha sandhim tyajati. Of course, samayanusarena you can add additional quality. Not always. When it is appropriate time, when it is required, when the sufferance has been too much beyond reason, that's when it gives up.
Thank you.
Well done. So, I think I'm not so. Yaha vijayam ichchati saha samayanusarena sandhim tyajati. More scenes from Draupadi's travesty. So with that, we will take a water break, 12:08. So 12:12 or so, 4-5 minutes, 12:12, 12:13, we will restart and continue our learning. Okay. Please take a nice water break now. Thank you. Okay, welcome back. I think there is a chat message that I happen to see. Can you give an example of the avyayas kalu, kila? Okay. Okay, definitely. Both are little bit prashnarthaka. Okay, not too vastly different in the prashnarthakatva of what they say. Okay, and it's kind of in the sense of isn't it so, isn't so, like that. That's about the rough meaning of both khalu and kila. Okay. Khalu is Mahaprana Khakara Lu Khalu, and Kila is both Alpaprana Kila. Okay, so how do we use it? For example, Prashnaha Uchitaha Kila. Okay. The question is appropriate, isn't it so? Like that. Okay. And khalu is more a statement type of closure a little bit, but not really. It's more depending on kaku also. Prashnaha uchitaha khalu. Okay. Kila, little bit when we use in the speech, na, little bit goes separate from the main body of the sentence. Evam vadati kila, vadati khalu. I mean, see the tonal difference between khalu and kila. Khalu is a little bit more positive, assertive. Kila is a little bit more inquisitive. But in the end, both are, isn't it so? Okay. So the kaku is what differentiates any feeling rather than the words themselves. So Nitya Bhagini, I hope that got understood.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Not too different. Yeah. Good question though. I mean, because these two beautiful avyayas, they give a lot of color to the speech, and that's why they have to be understood how to even pronounce also. Oh, nice. Okay. All right. So now we continue our Anvaya Rachana. Did I start the recording? Yeah, I have. So we continue with our Anvaya Rachana. So we have been studying shlokas from Bhagavad Gita's first chapter, which is fairly easy, more descriptive chapter for the large part. Before towards the end, it also becomes a little bit philosophical. So here we are following the words of Sanjaya to Dhritarashtra as told by Vyasa to his Shishyas and one of his super Shishyas to Janamejaya eventually. So all that unstacking. Right now, these are in the words of Sanjaya to Dhritarashtra as he describes. Saghosho dhartarashtraణam hridayani vyadarayat nabhascha prithvim chaiva tumulo vyanunadayan. Saghosho dhartarashtraణam hridayani vyadarayat nabhascha prithvim chaiva tumulo vyanunadayan. Okay. So what was the context just before the conch blowing, right, of Krishna and Arjuna? So Dadmau, something we had seen in the last verse. So those two, Krishna, Arjuna, of course, it was not so simple as Krishna. Here, previous. I have. So I know I will forget. So I have typed it here.
पाञ्चजन्यं ऋषिकेशः देवदत्तं धनञ्जयः.
ततः श्वेतैर्हयैर्युक्ते महति स्यन्दने स्थितौ Madhavah Pandavaschaiva. Instead of Krishna, it is Madhavaha, and for Arjuna, it is Pandavaha. Madhavaha Pandavaschaiva Divyau Shankau Pradadmatuhu. Of course, in the original, like Bhagini tried to tell which particular conchas is also explained in another verse in the original. It doesn't add much more value than explaining what are the dharma, and that is named here. Conch named Panchajanya was blown by Krishna and Devadatta by Arjuna. Okay. So that verse itself is missing in the Anvayarachana Krama because, like, earlier they told selected verses. Okay. So now this verse is now about what happened due to that blowing of the conch. Sahaghoshaha, that very roar of the conch, or the conches. Okay, that roar of the conches. Dhartarashtranam. Dhritarashtra, Dhartarashtra means of the family of Dhritarashtra, the sons of Dhritarashtra. Okay, so Dhartarashtrana, this is called Adivriddhi. This is used for Tadditanta. So for Dasharatha, Dhasharati. So that same technique, Dhritarashtra, Dhartarashtra. So Duryodhanaha and Dhartarashtraha, Duryodhana, Dushyasanadayaha. Shatashaha. Dhartarashtranam hridayani, their hearts, Vyadarayat, it literally tore into their hearts. That's the sense. Rent, this is not rent, don't imagine money rent. This is renting the cloth, that kind of tearing. Okay, tearing, broke apart. So it tore, that roar of the conch tore into the hearts of Dhartarashtras, but there is a little bit more than just that much description. Nabaha cha prithvim cha eva tumulaha vyanunadayan saha goshaha. So this is all in that Chatranta. Okay, vyanunadayan saha goshaha. Okay, so the Nabha, the sky, Prithvi, the earth, both of them. Okay, Tumulaha Vyanunadayan, violently resonating sound of their conches, tore into the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra, is how Kavi is explaining here. Okay. Saghosho Dhartarashtranam Hridayani Vyadarayat Nabhascha Prithvim Chaiva Tumulo Vyanunadayan. So how is the Anvaya? Saha Tumulaha Ghoshaha, although in the bottom of the slide, Saha Tumulaha Ghoshaha, Nabaha, Nabaha is in Dvitiya there, Nabaha Nabhas Shabda, Nabaha Prithvim Cha Eva, Eva you can take here or later I have taken Cha, Vyanunadayan, Shatranta clause, okay, Shatranta, you can call it subordinate Kriya here, subordinate Kriya Vachaka, Vyanunadayan, Dhartarashtranam Hridayani, Shashti, and then Dvitiya Karma is their hearts. Okay. Vyadarayat eva. Ghosha is the karta, common karta for the Vyanunadana and Vyadarana. Okay. Vyadarana is renting or tearing. And that one, Vyanunade, resonance type. It means sounded, that sense, resonance type. Vishishtataya anunadayan. I mean, it means following the original sound, more sounds. That is the echo sense of that resonation. Okay. All right. So, what are the sandhis there? Sa, Visargalopa in Sa and Yesha undergo a lot of Visargalopas.
Arya, what is meant by Tumula?
Tumulaha means strongly, violently. Actually, there is a English word directly from the same form, tumultuous. I don't know how to pronounce it also.
Tumultuous, okay. Okay.
Tumultuous, yeah. Tumula. That means basically shaking sense is there in that word. Huh?
Sir, in Hindi it means kolahal.
Kolahala. Kolahala is used for when many people scream, sound loudly and things like that. But yes, you can say that also. Yeah.
Reverberating?
Reverberate. Yeah, Vanunadaya is reverberating. Tumula is accenting that. Correct, no doubt. Both have that sense. Yeah. Strong reverberation.
Also means, Tumula also means in Kannada, some sort of Sankata, some Tumula
Tumula, Mulumula. Basically, something that made our heartbeat miss. Something like that. Yes.
Tumula is not Sankata. Talamala is Sankata.
Talamala is Sankata, but Tumula is more like missing a heartbeat type of sensation.
Some sad thing, no?
The Talamala is close to what you are saying, Shailaja Bhagini. That's what the other Bhagini intervened correctly. Talamala is what you are looking for. Tumula may be mistaken for Talamala. One doesn't know if Talamala comes from an apabhramsha of Tumula. It's possible. Sometimes this Tatsama Tadbhava derivations go a little, yeah. Talamala may be Tumula's transformation. Okay. Saghosho Dhartarashtranam Hridayani Vyadarayat Nabhascha Prithvim Chaiva Tumulo Vyanunadayan. Okay. Here, Saha Ghoshaha. So Visargalopa Visargasya Utva and then Anuswara Sandhi and then Nabhascha Visargasya Sakaraha Shchutvam Cha. So Nabaha Cha Prithvim again another Anuswara Sandhi. Cha Eva Chaiva Vriddhi. Tumulaha Visargasya Utvam Gunaha. Vyanunadayan Vyanu. So there is an Antarika Yana. They don't show it because it's within a upasarga and other upasarga, etc. There are two upasargas there. See here, see tumulo vyanunadayan visarga sandhi. Earlier they wrote guna. Now they have written ukaraha, the utvam I was talking about. So both are referred. Ukaraha, gunaha, actually. Tumulo. So Vakya Vishleshana. That's the whole purpose of this Anvaya Rachana section. To take these famous verses and see how to go about in the sentence order. I have pretty much shown you, but let's see the way in which we do. We start with the Pradhana Kriya, Vyadarayat. Then we go with Prathama Vibhakti words, Saha, Ghoshaha, Tumulaha, Vyanunadayan. See, Shatranta is also Prathama Visheshana to Saha. So that sound actually is the Karta. Here, Saha is a simple Sarvanama Visheshana to it. And Tumulaha Vyanunadayan is actually Tumulaha Goshaha or Tumulaha Vyanunadayan. Both directions you can take it. Okay. Dvitiya Hridayani Nabaha Prithivim. So Hridayani Vyadarayat goes with this Vyadarayat, but this Nabaha Prithivim Chaiva, this goes with Anunadayan. Okay. Anunadayan. This dhatu takes this Nabaha Prithivim as the karma. Shashti is Dharta Rashtram. Rashtranam, Kshametam. Dharta Rashtranam is the Shashti Vibhakti, correct? But that is simply because it is sitting before Hridaya, it goes directly as a possessor of Hridaya. No problem there. Avyayam cha eva. Nabascha Prithivim cha eva. Correct. Cha eva are the three. Correct. The word Vyanunadayan is to be taken with Nabaha Prithivim cha, yeah, and Hridayani with Dhartarashranam. Okay, no problem. So now they have stacked it up. Vyadarayat Kriyapadam. Kaha Vyadarayat Saha Goshaha. They have pulled in quietly the Saha along with Goshaha. No need to. Kidrishaha Goshaha, Saha Goshaha is a weird way of asking. I mean, Saha Goshaha is a good collective to pull out that way. I like this. Kidrishaha Goshaha, Tumulaha Goshaha, Kim Kurvan Vyadarayat, Vyanunadayan Vyadarayat.
Mohodaya, I didn't understand why they have given the word Vyanunadayan is to be taken with Nabha Prithivyancha.
See, what is Vyanunadayan? It is the resonating quality of that Gosha, right? So resonating what? Resonating the sky and the earth. Resonating in the earth and the sky. And karma, sense in Samskrita.
Dhanyawada.
Reverberating the earth and the sky. Okay, that sense. Okay, so that's what. Kim Vyanunadayan, Nabaha Vyanunadayan, Punaha Kam Vyanunadayan, Prithivim Cha Eva Vyanuna. They pulled in the avyayas nicely there. Okay, so Kim for Nabaha, Napumsaka Padda. Now I understood. Because Kim told me it's Napumsakatva. Nabas Shabda is a Napumsaka Shabda. Nabaha is the Dvitiya Ekavachananta Rupa. The Nabas Shabda. Prathama also will be Nabaha. Nabaha, Nabhasi, Nabhamsi. That's how I can almost imagine its form. Again, Nabaha, Nabhasi, Nabhamsi in Dvitiya Vibhakti also. Punaha Kam Vyanunadayan Prithivim Chaiva, because Strilinga Kam, Prithivi Strilinga, so Kam Vyanunadayan Prithivim Chaiva. Kani Vyadarayat Hridayani. What did it tear? It tore the hearts. Then Kesham Hridayani Dhartarashtranam Hridayani. So nicely built back. So the sentence wheel came out nicely. Start with the Pradhana, attach the Upapradhana Gauna Kriya in the Visheshana sense of Shatranta, and then ask its stack, and then go back to the primary Vedarayan, and then ask the Karma Pada of that, and then ask the possessor of that Karma. So we start with the innermost active Kriya Pada. We finish a few of its associates. Then one of the Visheshanas we have to take out, because Shatranta is a Visheshana to the Karta here. So we have to take question for that. Once we have taken the Shatranta into equation, any Karma Pada for that Shatranta, we have to pull out. They have pulled that out. Two of them, Nabaha and Prithvi. Then they have pulled back to Vedaret. See here. They switch from Anunada into Vedaret. They have to Karma Pada of the original Kriya Pada and its possessor was asked next. So that's why the stack of the wheel, the central hub, then the spokes and order becomes nice in our head. With this kind of Anvaya Rachana Krama, we kind of learn the sentence structure in a very scientific way. That's what is its use. Yes, some question was asked, oh, shouldn't we already know the meaning to tell this? Yeah, but here we are reconfirming everybody's position scientifically. We are not randomly just taking some meaning, because the Prakriti Pratyaya Bhava in Samskrita is very important. Why Shashti Vibhakti, why Saptami Vibhakti, why Dvitiya, why Tritiya has to be understood and hammered down. Then two more verses are there. So they are read together because the Anvaya goes together. They are read together for us. अथ व्यवस्थितान् दृष्ट्वा दार्तराष्ट्रान् कपिध्वजः प्रवृत्ते शस्त्रसम्पाते धनुरुद्यम्य पाण्डवः हृषीकेशं तदा वाक्यमिदमाह महीपते सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये रथं स्थापयमेच्युत. Let me do simple reading now. Atha vyavastithan drishtva Dartarashtran Kapidvajaha Pravrutte Shastra Sampate Dhanurudyamya Pandavaha Hrishikesham Tada Vakyam Idamaha Mahipate Senayorubayor Madhye Ratham Sthapaya Me Achyuta iti. Samyak asti, almost in the beautiful speech flow of what is happening. Atha is in the sense of after this particular thing I have described at that time, and so that kind of meaning of atha. Okay. Vyavasthitan drishtva Dartarashtran Kapidvaja. Kapidvaja is, who is Kapidvaja? The Ratha of Arjuna had the Dvaja of Hanuman. So that's why he himself, through Bahuvrihi association, is called Kapidvajaha. One with the flag of Hanuman, Kapidvajaha. Okay? Kapidvajaha, and another paryaya for him is Pandavaha. So again Arjunaha only. So Kapidvajaha, Arjunaha, Pandavaha, Arjuna in bracket, Vyavasthitan Dartarashtran Drishtva. Okay? Kutra ityasmin arte pravrutte shastra sampate. Okay? Atha pravrutte shastra sampate. So in so happened tumultuous sounds of the various instruments of war. I mean, in that environment of sounds of various war instruments, basically, all the soldiers are doing katakata, some people are doing conch blowing, some are blowing the horns, etc. like that, no? To increase the energy. So that in that pravrutte shastra sampate, okay, you can take it in the Sati Saptami Bhava or simple locative Bhava also. So Sati Saptami Bhava, we have to assume a Sati. Shastra Sampate Pravrutte Sati. Upon the tumultuous sounds of war instruments occurring is the sense of that. Okay. That time, our Arjuna, who was a Kapidvaja, he, having seen the warriors of Dhritarashtra or the sons of Dhritarashtra so arranged to take upon the arms to fight. So our Arjuna, Dhanuhu Udyamya, having lifted his bow, having held his bow, that means he picked up his bow in a steady, ready manner, and having picked it up. So there is no active Kriya Pada. So the Lyabanta ends this verse. Okay, that's why we have to continue. So having picked up his bow, further, what did he do? Hrishikesham Vakyam Idam Aha. Tada has a connector again. Okay. Tada Hrishikesham Idam Vakyam Aha. He told this sentence to Hrishikesha, which is our Krishna. Okay. So he told this sentence to Hrishikesha. So, He Mahipate, Hey you Lord of the earth. Okay. Senayoho Ubayoho Madhye, between the two armies, Ratham Sthapaya, Me Ratham. Okay. Athwa Me Achyuta also can be taken. I like Me Achyuta, so I will take it there. It's our desire. So, Ratham Sthapaya, established the Ratha in between the two armies. He Mama Achyuta. Another way you can take it. He Mahipate, He Mama Achyuta. Or Mama, if you take with Mama Ratham, Me is Mama's Paryaya. Mama, Me, two forms of Shashti Ekavachana. Asmad Shabda. Okay. So, Mama Ratham Senayorubayoho Madhye Sthapaya, He Achyuta, He Mahipate. Two Sambodhanas are there. Okay. All right. That's how it goes.
Maria, I have a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Vakyam idam aha means what here?
Aha. Uktavan.
Uktavan. Is it?
Mahodaya, Mahipate may not be addressed to Krishna, no? That is, Sanjaya may be addressing Dhritarashtra.
Oh, yeah. You can unstack it to Sanjaya. I agree with you. I completely agree with you. So, because, see, Hrishikesham Vakyam idam Arjunaha aha iti he Mahipate iti Sanjayasya Dhritarashtrasya Vishaye. And it's also appropriate because he was the nominal Chakravarti at that time. So, yes. So, Sanjaya telling Dhritarashtra, Hey Mahipate, and Achyuta is Arjuna telling Krishna. I agree. Mahipate is a little ill-fit coming from Arjuna towards Krishna, because right now that is not how Krishna is situated in the war. He is situated as a friend of the Pandavas, not as any Mahipati. Though he was also a king of... he was also a Nrupa very much in his own right. But at least I think here it is unstacking to Sanjaya correctly. I agree with Bhagini. I think that's how they will also analyze later. Yeah. Oh, great king, Sanjaya says to Dhritarashtra, on seeing the sons of Dhritarashtra who were standing in array when the weapons were about to strike. So, Pravrittesha Sampate. Right? Little bit different translation amidst the sounds of the instruments of war sense. Arjuna, the monkey bannered. how ugly it sounds if you put it that way. Arjuna, the one with the banner of Hanuman, is the correct way you should put it in English. Don't put this monkey banner type of translation. Raised his bow and spoke these words to Sri Krishna, whose another name is Hrishikesha, of course. O Achyuta, park my chariot, Sthapaya, park my chariot in between the two armies, Senayoho Ubayoho Madhye. Ubayoho is just additional two armies, because this itself in Dvivachana. Yes, Anita Varye? Okay, I think she got the answer or whatever. Or forgot the question maybe. Okay. So, atha vyavastitan drishtva dhartarashtran kapidvajah pravrutte shastra sampate danurudyamya pandavah hrishikesham tada vakyamidam aha mahipate senayor ubayor madhye ratham sthapaya mechyuta. So that's how the fine sentence can be अन्वय. He Mahipate atha shastra sampate pravrutte sati kapidvajah pandavah arjunah vyavastitan dhartarashtran kauravan drishtva danuhu udyamya tada hrishikesham idam vakyam aha. He Achyuta senayoho ubayoho madhye me अथवा मम रथम स्थापय इति लोट. Till now, you learnt how to analyze a sentence by recognizing the words of different cases, numbers, and genders. Hereafter, you will learn to do Vakya Vishleshana in tabular form. Okay, they're showing instead of open thing, you can also go in a table form. So, sorry about the touching the microphone and producing a sound. Vakya Vishleshana in tabular form. Here are a few points to take note of in this connection. Those words that end in ting are verbs. Thank you. Gacchati, agachat, jagama, gacchatu, sthapaya, etc. Tvanta, lyabanta, and tumunanta also denote a kriya, but you know that they are subordinate kriyas. They cannot be pradhana kriyas. Okay. While tvanta and lyabanta words indicate an asamapta kriya, a kriya that is not yet over, tumunanta refers to a uddesha kriya, intention. Okay, kriya whose purpose is intended in order to do something, that one. Whereas tvanta lyabanta is having done something, that sense. Okay, so refers to an uddesha kriya, a kriya whose purpose is intended in the column of kriya, and the category to which they belong is indicated in brackets as tvanta, etc. I mean, they are describing a table that will come ahead. I think this will become more clear after we look at the table. They are also having their own kartru, karma, etc. We have been talking of this vakya vritta. This is not new to us. I keep telling pradhana kriya, upakriya, subordinate as subservient action, and then we say subservient actions, karma, etc. Right? So that we have been doing a little bit of this. The words that come in the column named kaha are kartrupadani, and those are ending in pratama vibhakti. Similarly, the words in the column kam are karmapadani ending in dvitiya vibhakti. In the same way, words in all other vibhaktis are also grouped under different columns. So they have, this is the table apparently. Kaha pratamantaha kam. Oh, sorry, this is the list of the column title. Kam dvitiyantaha, kena tritiyantaha, kasmai chaturtyantaha, kasmat panchamyantaha, kada kutra saptamyantaha. Okay, so as you know, Shashti is not a karaka thing, so that is coming later. Kasya tat, kasya kim, something like that will be added later. Okay, these are all karakas. There are 6 karakas. And I think for now, Pullinga is being used. Of course, Kada Kutra has no linga, but other rest of them you can say Kaha, Kam, definitely Pullinga, but Kena, Kasmai, Kasmat, they can be in Pullinga or Napumsaka for all you want. But at least that is the primary, Pullinga is the primary goal there to ask. So a word in Shashti Vibhakti will be given along with the noun it is related to. So the table containing the Vakya Vishleshanam of the 2 shlokas is as follows. So Shashti Vibhakti will be associated with its possessed noun. Okay. So here Kriya, Aha, Kapidvajaha, Kaha, Kapidvajaha, Pandavaha, Andaraha. Okay, they have listed that. Kam Rishikesham idam vakyam aha. See here, this is Dvikarmaka. Okay. So Rishikesham aha, vakyam aha. He told Rishikesha and he told what? This sentence. So both are karma. Okay. Pradhana Ghauna Karmatva, Dvikarmakatva is there in aha. Okay. Then kada kutra pravrutte shastra sampate. Sati saptami sense is there in that. Okay. Drishtva, Ktvantam, they have pulled in. Kapidvajaha, Kaha, again they have copied the same karta. Technically, they could have pulled in Pandava here also, or put in bracket Arjuna. It's randomly pulled Kapidvaja again here and Pandava again here. Anyway, Vyavasthitan Dhartarashtran Drishtva. So they are the karma of the Drish Dhatu here. Okay. And then Lyabanta, Udyamya. So Pandavaha. Again, they are the karta. Arjuna is the karta for Darshana Kriya. Arjuna is the karta for the Udyama also. The Udyama of lifting the bow. Okay, so Kim or Kam Udyamya, Dhanuhu Udyamya. Like that. Okay. Again, this is a Napumsakalinga Shabda. Dhanush or something like that. Dhanuhu, Dhanumshi, something like that will come. Sthapaya. Okay, this is a lot kriya pada. Okay, this is this aha is Sanjaya's kriya, he told, like that. Okay, and then sthapaya is the direct directive by Arjuna to Krishna, quoted by Sanjaya. That's also. This is another pradhana kriya. Tvam sthapaya. Tvam is implicit because it's a lot. Prathama purusha ekavachana. Tvam is actually madhyama purusha. Sthapayatu would have been Bhavan. Sthapaya makes it Tvam. Okay. Madhyama purusha ekavachana. Ratham is the karma and its possessor is me or mama. Mama ratham. A little bit presumptive of Arjuna. Asmakam ratham, we could have said. Or mama avayoho ratham. But Vyasa couldn't fit avayoho because of the vritta. So he put me ratham. Theek hai. Okay. Senayoho ubayoho madhye. Kutra senayoho ubayoho madhye. Shashti possessor of the madhye. Okay, madhya. Of the center. What center of what? Center of the two armies. So they goes to Shashti and Shashti link to that. So that's how they are shown. Nice. This is another way of showing the analysis. There are two main, I'll go quickly course through this page and then we'll call it a day today. There are two main verbs in the shlokas above. Accordingly, there are two sentences. Aha, said, spoke. This is a dvikarmaka kriya. Hence, there are two karma padas, Hrishikesham and idam vakyam. Pravritte shasta sampate. See here, Vyavastitan Dhartarashtran is not necessarily dvikarmaka type. Just because two karma padas are there doesn't make them dvikarmaka. Okay, see here actually this is Visheshana to the karma pada which is Dhartarashtra. Okay, so this is not a second karma. This is actually a Visheshana to this karma. There, Hrishikesha is not a Visheshana to Vakya or Vakya is not a Visheshana to Hrishikesha. He told Hrishikesha, he told this sentence to Hrishikesha. So this is a different quality of the karma. That's why Dvikarma, we call it Gauna and Pradhana, all those sense. Okay. Pravritte shasta sampate. Here both words are in Saptami Vibhakti. The expression means when the missiles were about to fall. Okay. Upon the sounds of the various wars, instruments of war. That's it. Okay. This usage of Saptami denotes time and is known as Bhavalakshana Saptami. Okay. To me, Sati Saptami Bhava is there in Kala rather than Sthana. Actually, Kala Bachaka only, Sati Saptami. So, Bhavalakshana Saptami is not too different from Sat Saptami in my mind. Anyway, you will learn more about this. See, they are going to, that's what they are telling. We are going to teach you Sat Saptami. Okay. For now, it is enough to know the meaning of such a phrase, what the meaning such a phrase conveys. They have woken up to tell us so late. We have already seen so many Sati Saptami Prayogas. Till now, we have been at least trying to identify them and understand them as pieces of sentence. He Mahipate, Sanjaya's address to Dhritarashtra. Bhagini is clearly identified for us. That's what it is. Aha, Kriyapadam. Kaha aha, Pandavaha aha, Kidrishaha Pandavaha, Kapidvajaha Pandavaha. Kam aha, Hrishikesham aha. Kim aha, see, kam kim. Interesting. Of course, it convenient. Kam is for the Pullinga karma and Kim is for the Punsikalinga karma. But they did not say Punaha kam aha. Punaha kam aha is the wrong question here because that would mean two different karma padas, but it's not dvikarmaka nature. Hrishikesham Draupadim cha aha. Like that. That would be the Punaha kim aha. Punaha kam aha. Something like that. But you should not use Punaha here. You should now say kim aha. What he told. Whom he told. What he told. That is the difference between that kam and this kim. Of course. It could both be come depending on what is there. Remember, the nature of the come word I am explaining. Whom he told, what he told is the quality difference between those two. Okay. Kim kritva aha, drishtva aha. So, subordinate. Kada drishtva, atha. They have pulled in this atha context of at this time here as a kada question. Okay. All right. If you because the seeing is the first act he does, so Atha has been pulled in there. Kan drishtva dhartarashtran drishtva kidrishan dhartarashtran. See, this is a visheshana of the karma. Vyavasthitan dhartarashtran. That's why kidrishan comes out here. Punaha kim kritva aha udyamya. So having engaged, something in that sense. Kim udyamya, engaged what? Danuhu udyamya. Kada aha tada. Atha pravrutte shastra kasmin pravrutte shastra sampate, something like that. Pravrutte shastra sampate. So they are somehow pulled in tada atha over there at that time using ada kada for the sat saptami. Achyuta, what he told. So now that goes under tab to a second sentence. Hey Achyuta, sthapaya kiryapadam. Kaha sthapaya tvam sthapaya. See, question is in third person, the answer is in Madhyama Purusha. Tvam adhyahritam. Also, it is not there in the verse, so assumed. Kam sthapaya, ratham sthapaya. Kasya ratham, me slash mama. Kutra sthapaya, madhye. Kayoho madhye, senayoho madhye. Kidrishyoho senayoho, ubhayoho senayoho. In fact, not needed. The last one. Kayoho madhye, ubayoho senayoho. You can pull out together. Because this is like a sarvanama pointer to sena. Like they did earlier, sarvanama pulling, you can do it here. Okay, kidrishyoho senayoho is a little poor in my opinion because it's not really anything visheshana of the sena. It's just a sarvanama pointer. Okay. Though grammatically it is a visheshana, what I mean is there is no visheshanatva in that ubayoho. It's already there in senayoho, dvivachanatva. Maybe you can say these two armies. In that sense, it is having some qualification, not some two armies. Don't take me to some Bombay and like that. Oh, okay, this is our Sanjaya telling Dhritarashtra, and this is the story in Sanjaya's mind, running in Sanjaya's mind. This is a nice kind of micro painting. Dhritarashtra vacha dharma kshetre kurukshetre. Okay, first verse. Interesting. All right, so have a nice lunch and afternoon. We'll gather back tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Unless there are some questions, we can close this session now. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
सर्वेभ्यः धन्यवादाः.